Hey, it's Wednesday. Dynamite just ended. It's the return of the Dynamite recap stuff, guy, or what's really important of it. Plus, we're doing a new segment on this thing too. We're gonna talk some NXT because you know what? NXT doesn't deserve to get enough love. So let's start talking about that because there's some fine things that go on in NXT. I know I like it. This is Andrew. This is DA Wrestling. Let's get at it. On today's show, like I said, we're going to talk some AEW and we're going to talk some NXT. Talk some key points here and there. What I think about it, what I don't think about it. Whether I think I like it, when I don't like it. Who knows? I don't even know yet. We're going to get to it right now. So let's just start with there. We're going to start, though, with, of course, AEW tonight. And you know what? It started off with the return, ring return, that is, for Dynamite of Kenny Omega. He came back with some new music, a little bit of a different look, right? And he faced Brian Cage. Really good match, right? He got the one winged angel on Brian Cage and got the pinfall that way. Like he looked really good. Obviously, he's still recovering technically from the diverticulitis that Brock Lesnar had. Now it took a lot of tough while for Brock Lesnar to come back from that stuff. Kenny, I can't imagine being like not the same. So, but he continued the storyline with Don Callis, right? And we're starting to get beat up, got laid out. They killed Kenny kind of again, right? With the whole Don Callis stuff, which brought out Will Ospreay just like last week. Ospreay ended up coming out. He ended up helping Kenny for his matters. They kind of all got beat up, right? So we got this stuff going on with Kenny and Ospreay. I guess the Don Callis family. You know, I'm okay with it right now. We got the story out of the way. Obviously, they never really addressed really the whole stuff with Don Callis. They never really truly addressed the whole thing. Now they're addressing it with Kenny being back, obviously. And I'm looking forward to see where this goes with Kenny. Obviously, the Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay tag team. Comment down below if you think that'd be like what the cool name would be for that. Because I'm trying to think one right now would be really cool. Maybe like you know aerial Omegas or aerial Alphas or whatever you want to call it. Right? But something. Comment down below or comment below. Comment on the sites. Right? Make sure you're subscribing down below, guys. Right? Like on the side here or that side, I think one or the other. Right? It should pop up like. Right? Comment down below. Subscribe, please. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Right? Appreciate everything you guys do here. But Alpha, I'm gonna call them the aerial alphas. How does that sound? Right? Alpha and Omega, Omega Osprey, Assassins. Maybe the Omega Assassins. Sounds good. But yeah, that happened on there. Right? We also got the return during the Hook and Christian Cage match, which I'm telling you, I don't I was never able to get into this when it started. I'm still not doing it now. When are they going to have Christian Cage cash in or fail cash in for it? The title, I don't know. But it's getting annoying. The Hook stuff with him is annoying at this point. But we did get a return of Shibata. But more importantly, we got the return of Samoa Joe, who came back with evil intentions in his eyes, like the old Samoa Joe. He even did the whole walk away on him, right? When Kip Sabian got, what's it called? The little Wayne prick jumped on Kip Sabian while Joe walked away, right? Joe came in, beat those guys up. He's not thrilled. He happy helped that Hook. Just stared a hole into Christian. Christian seems not to be happy about it. Well, tough crap, Christian. Nobody seems to like this whole thing anyway. What's going on with you and this whole car patriarchy stuff? I don't know who likes it. I haven't seen anybody say, "Oh, hey, I love the patriarchy." That's because no one does. But I regress. The return of Samoa Joe, folks. That's what matters the most. That he came back after his long injury. And I think filming season 2 of what is it? God, I used to remember all the time. Twisted Metal. So yeah, I think I see back from that as well. So hey, looking forward to Samoa Joe back there. Maybe you can put him back in the title picture. Speaking of pictures, it says a whole lot there going on here because there was a lot of pictures. You look in the past of Jeff Jarrett, you look in the past of MJF. They had a nice talk tonight. To the point where MJF brought up how he would like to, have a little go with Karen Jarrett, and you know, so Jeff Jarrett could find out what it's like to maybe deep in Olympic gold as well as bunch of generational talent. Good for him. But he got a little personal though, even more so. The point where Jarrett ends up like shooting on him, how he's like, you were just doing everything I did. I did it better though. Crapping on for the stuff he was. MJF responded and said, I needed my daddy to start up a company and make me world champion. He did it all himself. Then brought up Owen Hart. It's a very sensitive subject for a lot of people, especially here in Canada. And that's where the fight ensued. More and more fighting between those two. Just have your match. Get it over with. Jeff Jarrett's doing this whole 1 year thing. He wants to win the world title. MJF's laughing at it because he doesn't want his greedy, grippy paws on it. Hey, I understand where MJF's coming from. Even I can understand where MJF's coming from with this one. I don't want to see Jeff Jarrett win the world title at this time. No, I don't. Sorry to break it to everybody here. Everybody's sitting there saying, "Oh, Jeff Jarrett be a great world champion." If look, if you're gonna end up having, Moxley hold the title for a while. I've said before, I want Darby Allin to take the title off Mox. I think that'd be the best solution for him. Have the title be taken off him by Darby Allin. And if you want to have Darby Allin, then cash in on Christian, right? I'm sorry, on Christian, and cash in on Darby, and then hold it for a month. Then Jeff Jarrett, wins it, and then you have that other contract battle royal thing, and then he loses it like fairly quickly. Cool, I'm okay with that. But let's not have him win the title there and go on like a whole 5 month tour as a world champion. I just don't think it'd be work. I just don't think it'd work out well. I just don't. I mean, I just don't see it. I mean, maybe I'm blind here, but maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. But if you think Jeff Jarrett should be the the world champion of AEW, even for a short period of time, please comment down below. Comment in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about this. Also, the Ricochet turn, how I feel about it, because I haven't really addressed it since this is my first time back doing the AEW stuff. So I don't know. I haven't really addressed the Ricochet stuff. He's kind of shit. Hate to break it to you guys. He's kind of poop. He's annoying poop. It's kind of working right now for him. He did beat the crap out of Swerve last week, left him bloody. In response to that, Ricochet was out this week telling everybody, shh, be quiet, quiet, quiet. Shows the footage, shows the picture, but this is what happened. Doesn't want to shy away from it. Then he gets hit by a chair from behind with Prince Nana after Swerve's house pops on. Swerve walks out with a chain and basically stalks him out of the building. Runs him off like a scalded dog. The Swerve thing with Ricochet has potential to be probably match of the year. Potentially. I'm not saying it's going to be match of the year, so let's not back up. I'm not going to, don't start, cursing on me for this yet. But it could be up there as possibly match of the year. 100%. Both guys are extremely talented. Swerve Strickland was obviously one of the people I said, in the top wrestlers of 2024 was Swerve. He was in everybody's list within the top 5. So I know they can have a good match. Ricochet, obviously, that's enough said. The little crap gimmick, the little poop gimmick he's doing right now, it's kind of working. I kind of like it a little. I like where it's kind of going right now, but I need to see a little bit more, I think. I'm not too convinced yet on Ricochet being a heel. I'm not too convinced by it. I don't even think he believes it. But we'll give it a bit of a doubt. I regress. Let's give him some time. Let's see what happens in a couple months. Let's see. See how this goes off for him. We'll find out. But let's get to the Mariah May part there, because we all know, we all here on ADA Wrestling. Most of you guys who know us and follow us, me all here, I have a thing for Mariah May. She's cute as hell. Tell me about that blonde there that I loves. She's really good friends with Harley Cameron too. She's even great. But they had a casino gauntlet battle royal tonight on AEW Dynamite to determine who will face Mariah May at AEW Dynamite, AEW Australia. Well, guess who won? It wasn't Harley Cameron, even though she's from Australia. Likes to shake her boobs around. It wasn't Chris Statlander. It wasn't Jamie Hayter. It wasn't this shocking debut of Megan Bain, who's, my God, it's an Amazon woman. Cute, though. It wasn't the one who I wanted to kind of win. It was Julia Hart. That wasn't her. It wasn't Willow. She was in match too. It was Toni Storm. The Toni Storm gimmick where she doesn't have no idea what the hell's going on. Like she's a brand new person. I have a feeling her memory's going to be jogged when she starts realizing she's facing Mariah May. Let's see where this goes. But no, Mariah May will be facing Toni Storm in Australia for the women's title. I feel Toni Storm's going to be the one that wins this title. It's going to be like a whole shocking thing for like, oh my God, I won. To be honest, I don't want the Mariah May title to end that way. But we'll see what happens, right? I'm a big fan of Mariah May. I like Mariah May. She's fantastic to me. She's very good charisma. She's an excellent character heel. She's bloody gorgeous. She's a very good wrestler. So those are my pros on this one. Cons, I don't think at times they've used her enough, though, or the proper way they should. I find they try to promote the TBS title more with Mercedes Moné, and that's just a failure in my book. But that's just me. I'm not big. I'm not like I like them. I don't like the Mercedes Moné stuff. They did a segment with her day in the life of Mercedes Moné. I'll be honest, her Sasha Banks stuff was way better. I was more of a I'm still standing by her. Sasha Banks stuff was way better. She may be making more money now and doing more and more wrestling stuff all over the world. That's fine. Good for you. Proud of you there, kid. But you were better in WWE as far as Sasha Banks goes. But we'll find out there. Also, I mentioned Jon Moxley earlier. Jon Moxley had a match with Powerhouse Hobbs today. Obviously, the outcome was what anybody thought it would be. It would be Jon Moxley winning. He did knock out Hobbs, though. Took a lot of people to do it, though. Hobbs just didn't go down he went down like a sack, but it took a long time to put that sack down. It was like a boom, thunderous thing. It was like a fight. Took a Bushido knee by Wheeler Yuta to help him do it. But he got done. So Moxley retains, which is good. That's the important thing here. Moxley retained his title, folks. It's a good thing. We don't need to have Moxley lose that title yet till he maybe Darby Allin, like I said. But we're going to find out what goes on with this real talent. When we get this story with AEW back on track of what's going on. Because it seemed to get a little odd a while back. And then it kind of just started, stopped, got a little weird. Started again now. We'll see what happens. More good matches there. They really hyped up Maximum Carnage, AEW, or done for a collision with Tomohiro Ishii versus Okada. They did a little flashback of that stuff. I'm not going to talk about the stupid learning tree segment with Jericho. He just talked about how he's in cahoots with Moxley. That's it. Simple as that. Cahoots. And it looks like we are probably going to get Daniel Garcia versus Adam Cole for the TNT title. The Undisputed Kingdom. Minus the two other guys. But we did have the Undisputed Era there. The other two guys were gone. I'm okay with that. That was pretty much Dynamite there. But let's talk some NXT though. Because NXT was, the second show of the year. Julia wasn't on though, but it did do highlights of how she won over Roxanne. Which leads me to Roxanne. Roxanne Perez came out Started talking about how much the women's division grown, how she's become like the best thing there, how she held the title for 200 and some odd days. A great dominant champion. It was probably out Bailey. And Bailey came out there. And they talked and how talk about how, she looked up to Bailey before. Roxanne said this, and now it's over. She doesn't look up to her anymore. That Bailey should look up to her. Held the title longer, I guess. Got into a fight, which leads to Roxanne being on Smackdown this week. Let's just see what happens. I'm looking forward to it. Uh, Cue Roxanne being in the Royal Rumble and possibly being in that Final Four. Cue that part. Probably gonna happen, and she's probably gonna throw out Bailey. Mark my words on that. Probably throw out Bailey, build a story to see what goes on in the Rumble there. Moving forward, possibly a match at WrestleMania. I think Roxanne is probably the main roster. I did say it last. I did say it. I think a while back that I think last week or something like that. That Roxanne Perez will probably be in the Royal Rumble and probably be on the main roster. Also on NXT, we had Oba Femi. A little bit, not really of a celebration, but kind of just telling about how he's the king now. How he had a dream to become the king of NXT and rule. Well, he's doing it now, folks. Nobody's going to take down that massive bastard. Not one person. He's a big boy. He's very, very good in the ring. Very articulate speaking as well. He's fantastic, actually. Very articulate. I like Obafemi. I really do. Although, Tony D'Angelo came on down and kind of interrupted him, congratulated him, saying, "Oh, that's all for now until Tony D'Angelo comes after it." He's tired, which brought out Rich Holland. Because Rich Holland was talking smack, because he was talking smack about Rich Holland. They ended up brawling. Obafemi is fed up with Thorpe. And Thorpe attacked him. Held the title up high. Like, Thorpe's not going to win. I don't know why. He's not going to win. He's not a viable threat to Obafemi. He's not. I don't give a damn what anybody thinks. He is not a threat to Obafemi. So Obafemi's going to destroy him. And that's okay. I'm okay with this. But we're going to find out what goes on more with Obafemi. I'm looking forward to his title reign. I think it's going to be a very good one. I look forward to seeing him on the main roster maybe sometime next year. I don't know if it'll happen this year, but you might see him do maybe a match here or there on the main roster. We'll find out what's going on. Also, Stephanie Vakir, who love fantastically, lovely Chilean girl, fantastic in the ring, cute as hell. Lost to Shotzi. Mind you, she lost by being distracted. She got hit by the North American Women's Championship belt that Fallon Henley held, which distracted her enough for Shotzi to get the most devastating move in all wrestling. That's the roll up, and she beat her. It's really good though, in a sense too. How much they value Stephanie Vakir and how they believe in her, because they build it up to the point where she never should have lost to Shotzi. But they built it up to the point where they're strengthening her up, making her look like it was strong, which is great. Look, much as I like Fallon Henley, I don't mind Shotzi. But Stephanie Vakir is eventually going to be the women's North American World Champion. This is going to happen, right? At some point. Probably, if I had to guess it, probably WrestleMania weekend. Or before WrestleMania. Or the whole WrestleMania, whole NXT, WrestleMania weekend stuff, yeah. She'll probably end up being with the champion there. Because if you look at it, Julia right now is the women's world champion. Stephanie Vakir will probably end up being the women's North American champion after a while. And you have those two top girls who are eventually going to clash. And they might even do title for title, which I'd be okay with. Looking forward to this. I love Stephanie Vakir. I think she's fantastic. She's fitting well well into the roster on NXT. Fantastic music, by the way. It's awesome. They really did a fantastic job presenting her. And like I said, the way she did lose, but she lost, making her look strong still in the process. And that is smart. You don't want her to lose in some silly way. Yes, it was a roll up. That's kind of silly, but she did get hit with the title and distracted for that to happen. That's good. We also have women's tag team champions. Our number one contenders are out. And it's honestly Slash LaRue and Jakari Jackson. And I'm fine with it. I love these two women. They're great. I think they're fantastic. I mean, we've seen them on the main roster for a little time, obviously facing Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair for those women titles. They now have the number one contender slot. They beat Unholy Union this week on NXT, setting up another match against Bianca Belair and Naomi. Now, they had this match already before. They're going to win the titles this time, I think. I feel it. It's going to be Lash LaRue and Jakari Jackson winning these titles, which will be fantastic for them. Fantastic for the women's division, because obviously the women's division tag titles can go anyway. They go to NXT, they go to Smackdown, they go to Raw. So it'll be interesting to see. It's good for these two girls. I think they're fantastic. They've learned a lot. They've done a lot. Right? I'm not a big fan of the whole metaphor stuff they were doing, but the stuff on their own as a tag team has been very good for the women's division and for them. So I'm looking forward to them possibly winning those tag team titles. And obviously, we probably might get the reveal as to who attacked Jade Cargill. Still saying it was Belair. Still saying it was Belair. 100%. But who knows? We'll find out which way they want to go with this. For the rest of basically, guys, that was SmackDown NXT in a nutshell. Right? Lots of good stuff going on there. Go check out the Kenny Omega match versus Brian Cage. It was quite good considering for what it was. Right? The Moxley Haas match was pretty good as well. Right? Go take a look at the Stephanie Vakir versus Shotzi Blackheart show. That was good. That was a very good match. Excellent talent between both. You're going to love Stephanie Vakir if you haven't seen her yet. Right? The Roxanne Perez stuff is really interesting as well. So go take a look at that little stuff there. And all in all, guys, the past 2 days of wrestling have been very, very good. Right? Pretty good start to the year so far. It is early still. Let's not, let's just hope for the best with everything with NXT and AEW. Mostly for AEW, because AEW is kind of been falling down for a while. It's been like this. Slow. Like a drip of water off the pipes. Slow. But we'll find out here. Anyway, guys, I'm Andrew. This is DA Wrestling. That was NXT AEW kind of recaps there. In a nutshell. Make sure you like, share, subscribe down below, guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the content. If you're liking it all below, go take a look. Listen to us on Podbean. Take a listen to us on Spotify. Obviously, the YouTube channel there. Follow us there on AMP1982 on X, as well as DA Wrestling or DA Sports Pod. What's one of the other guys? I can't remember which one it is ever. I know that's bad. Right? And go follow Doug Lyons. He'll be see somewhere around here. D Lyons 1991 on X as well. Thanks a lot, guys. Have yourself a good one. Keep your stick on the ice.